I am a bad person. I was born devious and I will die devious. Here are just 3 examples among many from my life about why I'm terrible. In high school, I was always the kid who never said a word. People would ask me, "Zach, why don't you ever talk?" And I would be like, "Oh, I just don't have anything to say." I had a lot to say, I just resented everyone around me. So in my Spanish 2 class, my teacher had a baby and went on maternity leave halfway through the year. Our substitute teacher was from some Spanish-speaking country that I don't remember and don't want to guess because I'm already enough of an ignorant white guy. On his first day, he went around the room asking everyone what they wanted their Spanish names to be. Everyone chose names like Juan or Rosario, but when my teacher got to me, I said I wanted to be called El Diablo, which is Spanish for the devil. That word must have way more weight in Spanish because to me it's just like, it's the devil, it's whatever. But judging by the look on his face, he was very visibly shaken. It was as if I had personally cast demons on him right there in that classroom. Now imagine there's someone in your Spanish class who hasn't said anything all year, and the first thing he says is that he wants to be called the devil. That is a little scary. The devil went down to Georgia and it was me. The first time a girl had a crush on me and I was aware of it was in 2nd grade. I didn't like her back because I just didn't have time for that. I was on to bigger things like Pokemon and playing kickball at recess, which is a big problem for me that persists today. Like, girl, you know I'll only break your heart with my level 100 Blastoise. Being a Pokemon trainer is a full-time commitment, you know that. So the girl who liked me always had an amazing lunch. Every day she had Lunchables, chips, fruit snacks, fruit roll-ups. Yes, you heard me right. That is both fruit snacks and fruit roll-ups in the same lunch. One day I asked her if I could have her fruit roll-up and she just gave it to me. She didn't even let me finish my sentence. I was about to offer her a trade. A light bulb went off in my head and I realized that I could get anything I wanted from her lunch for free. And I took advantage of that almost every day. One day I asked for her food and she said no, and I was disappointed, but I accepted it because I knew that sweet setup wasn't going to last forever. What I think happened is that she had consistently been going home hungry and her mom figured it out and shut me down. Either that or she was like, "That boy is using me for my lunch." And to be fair, don't give Zach your lunch is actually a really valuable life lesson. My brother Colson, who I've berated in a few of my videos, was born with only 1/3 of his hearing and he uses hearing aids to hear at 100%. And I am so glad I never made fun of him for that because that would have been a really, really awful thing to do. However, I am an opportunist, and I definitely took advantage of him while playing Marco Polo in the pool. Marco Polo is a game that relies on hearing, so when my brother was Marco, I knew I could get away with anything. When Colson yelled Marco, I would never yell Polo back. I would even leave the pool so he couldn't find me. He wears glasses too, so he couldn't even cheat effectively. This was a game that I could not lose. For those keeping score at home, I took advantage of my brother's disability for some silly pool game just because I'm a competitive jerk. And I didn't realize that was a messed up thing to do until years later when I told a friend about it. And I'm ashamed of that now, but when I look back on most of the devious things I've done, I think they're pretty funny. Just remember, kids, I am not a role model. I am El Diablo. And since I'm the devil, I'm going to ask you to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it.